We are under the lights this afternoon as we get you set for the show finale of this 3-game series between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the San Missions. Live baseball coming at you next. This is a new pitcher, Hank Schneider. I say he will replace Brett Kennedy, as Kennedy has been called to AAA El Paso in this one. Into the box now, Thomas Valentine, and he will lead this one under the lights. And we are underway on this Sunday afternoon as the first pitch is called for strike one. Gotta say, guys, it is starting to come down cats and dogs today, and if you're just tuning in, we'd like to welcome you to this broadcast of Missions Baseball and the finale of this 3-game series. Be hit to left, and the left fielder has it for the first out. Time now to look at the visiting lineups for the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Into the box, Ramon Rodriguez, the third baseman. I do gotta say we have a lot of new players, as the current players have already been moved up to AAA El Paso. So Kennedy now pitching for the El Paso Chihuahuas. And gotta say he will be doing that tonight.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he will hopefully soon be in the San Diego Padres organization. And the splitter now 1-2. Schneider throws a 4-seam fastball, curveball, 2-seamer, splitter, and changeup here in his arsenal. Now the 1-2. And that one will be fouled off. And the count will still remain at 1-2. This will be the last game of our 6-home series homestand. And after that, the Missions will head to Frisco in a 4-game set. And then return Saturday, June 13th. As we take on the Corpus Christi Hooks here at home. And following then, after that, Missions will play Midland. And he'll have a 1-out base runner as we go back to the top of the order now. And stepping in, Freddie Fletcher. Up to the plate now as 1 on and 1 away here in the inning. I've got to say, it is coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, metaphorically. And the home plate umpire will manage to keep watch over the field. As if this does not ease up, then he'll call the shot. And we'll wait till the rain is done. And then we'll resume play here on the field. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He gets him out chasing, and that's the second out here in the top half of the first. So Brett Kennedy has already did his duty, and now stepping in, Ray Stacy, the designated hitter. So talking about Kennedy, I got to say that guy was pretty awesome as he was called up to AAA after his last debuting game. And we will remember him through the series, too. And now be a strike called, and now they'll even up the count at 1-1. So Kennedy looking forward to pitching for AAA El Paso. And hopefully he will be in that organization for San Diego. And the right fielder has it, and that will do. The inning is over. So, one hit in the inning, but comes nothing of it. We head to the bottom half of the first, no score. Sam Gavigio will start the pitching here for Northwest Arkansas. And he will take the place of Eric Skoglund, as Skoglund has been moved to AAA Omaha. And that will bring up Steve Chavez, as he will start the home half of the first inning. And the slider, 1-0. Shout outs to get to as we play the bottom half of the first inning for San Antonio. We've got the Northwest Arkansas fans from North Little Rock watching. And do gotta say, you don't see the same guys here, as San Antonio has moved up a lot to AAA. So, El Paso, they had the organization. And Chavez, my gracious, sinker in there. Now the count holds at 1-2. We talk about AAA ball. And Chavez will go down on strikes, and that's the first out. Time now to look at the home squad starting lineups for the San Antonio Missions. And now we'll bring in the designated hitter, Boone Devine. Gotta say, he's pretty good for the Padres organization. And that two-seamer in the strike zone for strike one. Arkansas this afternoon playing their last game at Corpus Christi before their return home. So gotta say, a lot of fans wanting them to come back home, but evidently they'll be back home after today. On a one-out double. So San Antonio in range to try to get that boy from second at home. The rain is starting to let up a little bit, but we'll keep track of this as we go through the afternoon. Christian Villanueva, the third baseman. One away in the inning with the runner at second. And do gotta say it's pretty good. And that's gonna be hit high. And not far enough for that runner at second to advance. And that will be two away here in the inning. And Carmen Zapata, the center fielder for San Antonio, will come up to the plate now. Two away in the inning with a runner at second. No score, bottom half of the first. And that two-seamer is out of the zone for ball one. Shout-outs to get to as we play the bottom half of the first inning. If you're just tuning in, you got till the 8th inning to show me your shout-outs. And if not, when we get into the 9th, then you're pretty much out of luck. And that's a high pop-up. And the first baseman has it, and that ends the inning. So, a hit, no runs, and no errors. And now that will bring up Tyler Collins, the right fielder, for Northwest Arkansas.
Tyler Collins.
as we start the top half of inning number 2. And that four-seamer is in there for 95 miles an hour for strike 1. 88 degrees with rain blowing in from right field. So, gotta say, a nice warm afternoon. Clouds are blocking the sun. And gotta say, we are seeing some pretty good rain showers here as San Antonio plays their last game against Northwest Arkansas. So Schneider replacing Brett Kennedy, as Kennedy was called to AAA. And do gotta say, if you do play baseball and you play for the San Antonio Missions, your call-up track will and that'll be the first out. Time now to look at the defensive lineups for the home team. In now, Brian De La Rosa, the first baseman for Northwest Arkansas, as he comes up to the plate now with one away in the inning with nobody on. And that two-seamer out of the zone for ball 1. So gotta say, the call-up track will be AA San Antonio and AAA El Paso, and then after that, you'll get called up to the majors. So, pretty much a good chance of being called up to Major League Baseball is a good chance if you're good enough. So you got to prove yourself daily when you play baseball. So, Brett Kennedy, we'll always remember him. And do get to say he was pretty phenomenal while he pitched for San Antonio. And gotta say, he just hit him right there. And that four-seamer is outside the zone, and that'll be ball 1. Now bring up Gutierrez as he will stride to the plate. And here in the top of the second with one man away and one guy on at first. And that's going to be hit, base hit. And they got 2 runners on in the scoring position. And a four-seamer in there for strike 1. So you got a runner at second in scoring position. And then you got the go-ahead run at first. On 1. Four-seamer. 94 miles an hour called for ball 1. One and one delivery. And that curveball will get him chasing. And now the count holds at 1-2. One and 2. And that two-seamer will tie up the count. And now the count will be 2-2. Two and 2 delivery. And that ball's going to be hitting the left, and that one will be fouled off. De La Rosa at second, and the base runner at first. And Elvis Guerrero will be on deck. And he throws back to first. And he is good. 3-2 delivery. And that one will be fouled off as well. And he's just fouling them off. Last game of the series here today in San Antonio. And that one right there will be taken in for the second out. So after this game, San Antonio will head to Frisco and play Tuesday through Friday night games there. And we'll be back home on Saturday, June 13th. As we play the Corpus Christi Hooks for a 4-game set. And then 4 games against Midland. Schneider, 10 balls, 24 strikes, a total of 34. And stepping in now, Elvis Guerrero. And that 4-seamer will tie up the count at 1-1. Gotta say happy Sunday afternoon to everybody. And like I said, you got till the 8th inning to get your shout outs, and after that 8th inning, you're out of luck. Right fielder has this one in view, and that ends the inning, and that will strand 2 bases. We go to the bottom half of the second. No score. In now, Leroy Ochoa, as he will start the bottom half of the second inning for the home squad. And whoa, that is over the pitcher, and now he gets a leadoff base hit to start the inning.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Alan Cordoba.
Now the first pitch to the order. And a slider, 1-0. Alan Cordoba, the left fielder for San Antonio, up now to the plate. Gotta say, this new change in the lineups feels odd and different. Doesn't feel like a lot has changed, as a lot have been called to AAA. And do gotta say, this guy is just real dominant. Not like what Brett Kennedy used to be. And that's going to be hit to short. And that will be the throw out at first. And guy at second will move up. And now it's time to get your defensive lineups for the Naturals. In now, Manuel Rincon, the catcher. Coming up now, number 52. Now, if you remember yesterday's ball game, we talked a lot about Herbie, the car, number 53, on Eric Scoglin's jersey. Pitcher for the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. And you gotta say, he was pretty good for Northwest Arkansas. And then called up to Omaha to start AAA pitching. Gotta say, Omaha, the AAA affiliate for the Kansas City Royals. I gotta say, these prospects just getting really good. I do gotta say, it's just starting to come down a little bit hard. And I say, when you look at guys, jeez, they're just trying to get the water off the bat. They're trying to get something going here. Rainy Sunday afternoon here as we play the last game of this 3-game series. And that will be hit, and the runner at third will move up into scoring position with 2 away in the inning. And now bring up Brian Valdez, the right fielder, as he'll come up here and try to get that runner from third to home and try to get out in a 1-0 early lead. And that's going to be trouble, and yes it is. And San Antonio just delivers their first run here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. So, gotta say, that was a very nice clean base hit. And that will bring up George Aponte. Base runner at first with 2 away in the inning. And a little tapper. And the inning is over. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. We head to the top of inning number 3. San Antonio out in front, 1-0. And now bring up Thomas Valentine, the shortstop, up to the plate now to start the top half of inning number 3. And that's going to be trouble. And now be a base hit in the left. And they'll hold him to a single with nobody out. So tying run up to the first, and now bring up Ramon Rodriguez, a single in the first, 1 for 1 here in this contest. So hoping to get that tying run from first for Northwest Arkansas. And you got to say, there are fans watching from North Little Rock, Arkansas, where the Naturals originate from. The 2-0. And that will miss the zone as well, and that's ball 3. Fletcher now on deck for Northwest Arkansas. And that one will be in there for a 4-seam fastball. It's strike 1. And managers watching from the dugout. You also got your pitching coach and coaches. The 3-1. And the 4-seamer will miss, so the guy will move from first to second. You got a guy in scoring position. And that will be 2-1 here in the top of the 3rd. You got the tying run at first, the go-ahead run at second. And now bring in Freddie Fletcher. Did I say first 2 times? I mean, you got the go-ahead run at second. And I'm getting confused. Tying run at second and go ahead at first. Now I do gotta say, that sounds a little bit better. I guess it's the rain. I mean, good gracious. And that's gonna be hit. A double play. And yes, they could get 2. And gotta say, that didn't go their way, as the tying run is at third now and 2 outs. So a nice 3-6-4 double play here to pretty much don't get them caught in the cookie jar. 1 more out here in the top of the 3rd. And stepping in now, Ray Stacy, the designated hitter. Now the 0-1. And that two-seamer is in the zone for strike two, and now they're down to the final out here in the top of the third. The 0-2. And that four-seamer will be hit in the left, and that will be a foul ball. And that ball will go out of play. So getting back into the subject, we talk about Herbie. And number 53, Eric Skoglund. I gotta say, he will wear 53 while he's in AAA Omaha. And that's his favorite number, like it is mine. And that's gonna be hit so high up, and Northwest Arkansas getting the lead. Ray Stacy, two-run home run, 414 feet. And the Naturals now taking the lead 2-1.
The right fielder, number 18, Tyler Collins.
And four-seamer, strike one to Tyler Collins. Strikeout in the second. And we are up to the top of the third inning here at San Antonio. And that's going to be popped up. And that would do it. The inning is over. Another shot at this two-run home run. Northwest Arkansas out in front 2-1. We head to the bottom half of inning number 3. Stepping in now, Steve Chavez, the shortstop, to start the home half of the third inning. I do gotta say, the rain is starting to slowly taper off. And San Antonio now has the tying run up to the plate now, hoping to regain a tie. And that's going to hit to second. Throw out to first. And that is the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Boone Devine.
Now bring up the designated hitter, Boone Devine. 1-for-1, a double in the first here in this ball game tonight. And that slider will miss out of the zone, and now the count holds 1-0. So good guys, even better guys, get called up to AAA. Don't get me wrong, guys. We still remember the guys in here. And the slider, 1-1. So we will remember these guys that played San Antonio. And AA baseball here in Texas. And I say you have 4 teams in Texas. And then you got the North Division, which is Springfield, Tulsa, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas. And now bring up Christian Villanueva. Pitch count for Northwest Arkansas. A total of 27 so far through the first 3 innings. And the count will go 0-2, and now they're down to their final strike here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Now the 0-2 delivery. A little tapper. And that's going to be fouled off. 0-2. So if I did tell y'all, our last game here with Northwest Arkansas, and on the road for 4 games against the Frisco Rough Riders after this afternoon. So afterwards, Corpus Christi will get four games at Midland. And that will do it. The inning is over. And now we head to the top of the 4th. Naturals out in front 2-1. Brian De La Rosa, first plate appearance, was a hit by pitch here in this ball game. And here we go with inning number 4 as the 4-seamer is in there for strike 1. The 0-1. And that 2-seamer is going to be fouled off. And now that would be the count 0-2. Now the 0-2 delivery. And that's going to be popped up near third. Third baseman has it. And that's the first out.
Now batting, Ellis Gutierrez.
And they'll bring up Ellis Gutierrez, the catcher. 1 man out with nobody on here in this ball game. And hit to second. And he'll throw him out at first, and that's 2 away here in the inning. So 1 more out here in the top half of the 4th, and that will bring in Charles Bahedelia. Can I even pronounce his last name correctly? Bahedelia. I guess that's how you say it. And 4-seamer on Bahedelia for strike 1. 0-1. And that's going to be popped up. Close to the mound. First baseman has it, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Naturals out in front 2-1. Leading off the bottom half of the 4th inning, Carmen Zapata, as he will start this one for the home team here in the 4th inning. And that will be a slider for ball 1. Potential tying run up to the plate now as he'll try to get on base or try to launch one here. And the sinker will miss outside, and that'll be the count 2-0. Rain starting to ease off, so that's good. Now the count 2-0. Might be a changeup. Now the count 2-1. And a slider. Now count 3-1. Three and one delivery. And the slider will get him out chasing, and that will load up the count at 3-2. So for Northwest Arkansas pitches, 36 so far in this one. And Zapata will go down with the first out in the inning, and he'll go retired. And now we'll bring up Leroy Ochoa up to the plate now for San Antonio. And see if he could get the potential tying run scored. And that's going to be hit high. Really high. Chasing after it. And that's going to be a base hit. My gracious. And the runner already headed to third. And that will be a 1-out triple. So got to say that right there is going to be good. And now here's the first pitch. And the slider will miss out of the zone for ball 1 to Alan Cordoba. Ground out in the second. 0 for 1 here in today's contest. Last game of the 6-game home series. And don't forget, we'll be back on Saturday, June 13th. We take on 8 games, and I will affiliate those 8 games. Matt Vesgersian will be back on Sunday, June 21st at Corpus Christi. And then I'll take the remaining 4 games versing off Midland.
Nope, that's a ball.
So, gotta say, we are taking turns here. And that's good. And the slider will be evened up at 2-2. Now the 2-2 delivery. And the sinker will nail him and get him out to dry. That's the second out here in the inning. And Manuel Rincon coming up to the plate now. Trying to get that runner home and tie the ball game. And that sinker will be 1-0. Ground out in the second. 0 for 1 here in this ball game. Now the 1-0. And that's going to be hit hard. And that will get the tying run home. And now we'll even up the count at 2-2 apiece. You got to say San Antonio now have another runner in scoring position. And you got to say that's pretty good right there. Now the first pitch coming up. And that's going to be hit to shortstop. And that will do it. The inning is over. So we pick up a run to get the game tied at 2 apiece. We head to the top of the 5th. And that's where we are. 2 apiece. In now, Elvis Guerrero, the second baseman. Flied out in the second. As we start the top half of the 5th inning. And we are underway as that 4-seamer, 94 miles an hour, called for strike 1. We've got a good news, and the good news is the rain is starting to tamper off as no interruptions have been made.
2 balls, no strikes.
And that will be ball 2 in the count here. Gotta say, pretty good right there. Now the 2-0. And that 4-seamer misses. Ball 3 now. Go ahead run at home plate right now as he's up to the plate. And that 4-seamer, 95 miles an hour, called for strike 1. the 3-1 delivery. And that's going to be a base hit in the left. So nobody out after the single. And that would bring up Thomas Valentine, 1 for 2, a single and a run. And a four-seamer in the zone for strike one. Now the 0-1 delivery. And now it'd be strike two called. Now the 0-2 delivery. And that four-seamer will be fouled off and still the count at 0-2. 0-2 one more time. And that four-seamer will hang him out to dry. And that is the first out in the inning. And now bring up Ramon Rodriguez up to the plate now with a runner at first and one away.
0-1's the count.
And now the count at 0-1. And a single in the first for Ramon. Now the 0-1 delivery. And the four-seamer in there for strike two. Base runner at first with one away in a tie 2-2 ball game here in the top half of the fifth inning. 0-2. And now be popped up in the left. And that will be a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 delivery. And that's going to be popped up near the visitor dugout. And that will be still a count 0-2. 0-2 delivery.
Nope.
And the splitter will be up on the zone, and that will be the count 1-2. One and two. And that's going to be popped up right in the foul grounds. And still holding up into the count at 1-2. 1-2. And that's going to be hit in the right. And the right fielder will have it. And that's two outs here. So the runner will have to retreat back to first. And it'll time to be pulling up our pitch speed comparison. And I do got to say, you don't see this every day. 97 over 89. That's a big differential right there. So, good job, guys, on the pitch speed comparison. Freddie Fletcher, left fielder, struck out and ground outs. 0 for 1 here in this contest this afternoon. So, yes, gotta say, nice to have that. Now the 0-1 delivery. And that's a four-seamer, 95 miles an hour for strike two. Now the 0-2 delivery. And that's going to be hit high. Left fielder has it, and right on the track, he ends the inning. So we are tied with 2 apiece as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. And we head to the bottom. And now George Aponte will lead off the home half of the 5th inning. As San Antonio now the go-ahead run. And that's going to be hit. And it's going to be high. Look at it fly. And gracious, now it will lead off the 5th inning with a 2-base double here with nobody out. So gracious. Go ahead run at second. And gotta say that right there will lead that one off. And a base runner from second will steal third. And guy will be the go-ahead run at third base. And now bring up the designated hitter Boone Devine. Double in the first here for San Antonio this afternoon. So sprinkling here in San Antonio, but you always got to pay attention to the conditions on the field because bases can still be wet regardless. And that will bring in the 3rd run for San Antonio on a sacrifice fly. And that's 2 away here in the inning to get the runner home from 3rd. And got to say, that's pretty good there. Christian Villanueva will be coming up to the plate now. 2 away in the inning after the sacrifice fly and nobody on. And hits across the scores in the 5th inning. We head to inning number 6. The Missions lead at 3-2. Stepping in now, this guy that hit the 2-run home run here, as he launched one right over the wall in this ball game. Ray Stacy, they call his name. And that will be gloved, and that'll be out number 1 by the second baseman. And now bring up Tyler Collins, the right fielder. Strikeout and pop out 0 for 2 here in this ball game. Gotta say, with that look that Tyler has, he looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there, if I do say so myself. 0-1 delivery. And that'll be hitting the right. The right fielder has it, and that's 2 quick outs here to start the top half of inning number 6. Now bring in Brian De La Rosa, hit by pitch in the 4th inning. And that'll be the first baseman for Northwest Arkansas. And already up to 80 pitches for Schneider. Now the 1-0. And that curveball will be on top of the zone. And now that'd be 2-0. Oh my gracious. You hear those one of these fans. You hear one of them booing. I tell you guys, it's funny when you hear that. Now the count, now 2-1 here in this ball game. And that's going to be chopped. Second will get him out. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Middle was 6. San Antonio out in front 3-2. Carmen Zapata, the center fielder, strikeout and a pop out 0 for 2 here in this ball game. And here we go with inning number 6 as the sinker will be in the zone for strike 1. Yumagaji and Feliz will be our righties that are warming up for the Naturals here this afternoon. Gotta say, we're seeing a little sun starting to peep through the clouds, and we gotta say the rain was not much of a factor, but still sprinkling. It will be dying down, maybe in just a little bit. So nice to get wet, but even though the rains that we're getting are moving away from San Antonio, and that's going to be hit to the shortstop, and that'll be the first out.
First baseman, number 8, Leroy Ochoa.
And now bring up Leroy Ochoa, the first baseman. Triple, single, and 2 runs here in this one.
Counts 1-0.
And that would be a curveball, 1-0. And that 2-seamer will be in there, 1-1.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Now the count holds 2-1 here. And the curveball will miss, and that'll be ball 3. And Alan Cordoba will be awaiting on the on-deck circle. Slider inside the zone, and now the count holds at 3-2. And that curveball will miss, ball 4.
Now batting, left fielder, Alan Cordoba.
And now time is going to be called here as the Arkansas pitcher in front will go ahead run. Now the count holds 2-0. Bottom half of the 6th inning, San Antonio out in front in a 1-run deficit. And a 4-seamer, 94 miles an hour, called for strike 1. Yumagachi now up to 3 pitches so far and looking to do some innings here. And the curveball in low. Rincon on deck for San Antonio. And hoping to get on base. And San Antonio can do their job of getting in some more runs. 4-seamer up there, and that will load up the count at 3-2. So Ochoa at first base, hoping that his teammates can get on base, and some more runs can come across to score. And ball 4, that 4-seamer is up there, and Yumagachi will walk 2 of them in so far. So the starting pitcher for Northwest Arkansas gets replaced, and Yumagachi is on just walking people. And you guys say Manuel Rincon, the catcher, coming up here. Go ahead run at second. Next go ahead at first. Curveball, 81 miles an hour, called for ball 1. Gonna say we're gonna miss these guys. after this afternoon's ball game. But we will see them in August. And we get ready to see them a couple more times. I've got to say, when we play the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, will be Tuesday, August 11th. As we play 3 games and 3 at Arkansas. And then back home for the last 6 times we meet up this year. Cutter in the zone, and that will even up the count at 2-2. The 2-2. And that's going to be a base hit, and that will load up the bases here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Now back, right fielder, Brian.
And now bring in Brian Valdez, the right fielder. Single that led to an RBI here in this ball game. And a grand slam could really be coming into effect here. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, called for strike 1. Hoping to look for the grand slam. We are counting on it. Good grief, guys. Just getting excited. 0-1. And that's going to be popped up. Infield fly rule now going into effect. The first baseman will get it. And that's out number 2 with the bases loaded. And now bring up George Aponte. And looking to do damage here. Back to the mound. And throws him out at first, and they will strand, the bases loaded. Into the 6th. And we head to the top of inning number 7 with San Antonio 3-2. Back here for Texas League Baseball on this Sunday afternoon. 3-2 our score as we get ready to play the top half of the visitor 7th. In now, Ellis Gutierrez, the catcher for Northwest Arkansas, strides to the plate as we play the top half of inning number 7.
0-1's the count.
4-seam fastball in there for a strike to Gutierrez. And now the count will be at 0-1. Still a little bit raining. But do gotta say, not enough to call the game a quits. And a 4-seamer low at the knees, and that's strike 2. Gotta say, it has been different with the starting lineups being different. And saying goodbye to the guys that go to AAA. And Schneider will pick up a strikeout. And do gotta say, one guy is not happy. And he was told to pick up his bat and head to the clubhouse. Charles Bahadilia will come up to the plate now. There's one away in the inning with nobody on. Curveball in the zone for strike 1. Oh, and 1 delivery. And that's going to be fouled off, and now he's in an 0-2 hole. Schneider, 20 balls, 68 strikes, a total of 88 pitches so far in this game. 4-seamer in there for a ball, and now the count 1-2. One and 2 delivery. And that'll be strike 3 called, and that is 2 quick outs here. And Schneider getting back-to-back strikeouts here in this ball game. Now first pitch. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour to Elvis Guerrero. Single in the 5th inning, 1 for 2 here this afternoon in the contest. The 0-1 delivery. And a 4-seam fastball in there for strike 2.